Welcome back to another CBSI's pull list. This is my favorite five from the list. It used to be the rumor has it, but now we're going by the pull list, and hopefully that will draw your attention more to the new comic books that are coming out each Tuesday and Wednesday. Uh, Five books I sort of like this time. First book is going to be this, how do you say it? Death Metal Infinite. Let's see, pull it up here. The Dark Knight's Death Metal Infinite Hours Extreme One Shot. It has Lobo on the cover. This is the first time you sort of see this Lobo Batman character, whether or not this guy becomes anything. Everyone's always had a soft spot for Lobo, but they've never really been able to utilize him in the way people wish he could be utilized, or I'm not even sure what that looks like. But I mean, he's had his big, huge comics, but not outside of his first appearance, none of them are really taken off as far as value in the aftermarket. Though he does have his loyalists that just love Lobo. So this could be very interesting. It has some great, has a 1 for 25 Grandpa variant. That's the artist's name. It's not Old Man Lobo. Love the Grandpa style. It's Rafael Grandpa. I believe he's Brazilian. Just love the style. It's great cover. It's a 1 for 25 variant. It's worth checking out. Next, we're going to look at Dune second print of House of Atreides. It's, Dune House of Atreides #1, second print, 1 for 25 variant. I'm never a fan of these 1 for 25 variants for second prints, though they're becoming more and more common. But this is one that I like. I want to get. I will probably try to see if I can track one down. The odds of finding one for under $25 are going to be slim, just because not how many stores. Most of the stores I've gone into still have copies of Dune on the shelf. So whether or not they would have ordered a second print of it is, and especially if it was cardstock, it was $6. It's one of those. I don't know if you guys have been burned by that entire paper versus cardstock, and all of a sudden it's $1 more, $2 more, and you didn't realize it when you walked up there. I know I got burned by Autumnal #1 second print foil. Didn't realize it was a $10 book when I went up to this and paid, and by the time I realized what had happened, I paid the extra $3 for a shiny cover. So yeah, be careful with those, but it's just a gorgeous cover. I'm a fan of this second print, and I will try to track it down if I can find it. Next one is not a ratio. It's not even going to be a high dollar. It's Star Wars Darth Vader #7. This is the first appearance, or not first, the first full appearance of this Sith assassin. But I really like Christopher Sprouse has been doing these Empire Strikes Back scene variants, but this one has Boba Fett and Bosk on the cover. It's a great cover. I doubt it's going to have any aftermarket value, but Boba Fett covers do carry a little more value than other things, so it might be worth holding on to. But then the fact that it has the first full of this Sith assassin that could end up being something might bring it. The cover A is actually pretty cool too. It's the entire Darth Vader with his helmet off stuff, which is just sort of always creepy when you see that. And then the last two I'm going to sort of look at are IDW. I am not an IDW reader. I don't occasionally pick up a Turtles book just because there's spec on it, but I'm not a big Turtles person. I don't do G.I. Joe. It's just not my thing. I mean, I'm primarily a Marvel guy, but then I'm falling into the indie trap as well. But so I'm not going too far off because I'm doing IDW, but I'm doing a Marvel Action Chillers #1. There's a 1 for 10 variant. That features Riri Williams on the cover, Ironheart. So got semi-hot, not quite as hot as Miles cover coming out. 1 for 10 variant. How many stores are going to order 10 copies of this? So it should be a little rarer and harder to find. It has Riri Williams on the cover, so I see potential here. Do I know how much potential? No, it's not like that Venom John Boyd one that was just ridiculous. But it could be a long hold, just sort of this middle school era age comics that are have a little scare factor in them. So could be a little more collectible. And then finally, this one, speaking of scaring, Scarenthood. Not Parenthood, but Scarenthood. There's a Declan Shavely cover that's a 1 for 10 that's already blowing up. It's $25, $30, maybe even more. It's just the entire concept is fascinating to me of parents who are like ghost hunters but also raise families. They open up a door to a scary house or something. So how do they deal with that issue while also being parents? And it's just sort of a cool concept to me. So I definitely want to check that one out. That's one I'll probably get the A cover, whether or not I can find the variant. I'm definitely probably going to pick that book up and just see what it's all about. Those are my 5 books. There's no big book coming out. Maybe the biggest one might be Champions 2. There's a 1 for 50 variant or 1 for 25 variant that looks pretty cool. It has them all holding picket signs and everything like that. But it wasn't my favorite 5, but it has potential, and it probably will be the one because I'm terrible at this. This is just my favorite 5. So, all right, guys, and once again, this is the pull list favorite 5 from comicbookinvest.com.